The New Force movement.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Where did it come from?
I'm sitting right here. I've unveiled myself already to the nation. My political strategy and my campaign has not only just been done by me, but with my entire team. You know, we've worked together. We've made sure that whatever that we're presenting out there or sending to the people, the message, they should be able to embrace the message. We thought that is greater vision to let people understand that they should never just look at the messenger, but they should really listen to the message. And hence, that's why the mask was just the beginning of everything.
I see. This whole presidential bit thing, is it a publicity stunt?
Why would I be doing a publicity stunt at this point of my life? Do you think I need any more fame or popularity? Do you think fame is going to pay me? Why would I be pulling a publicity stunt? I am on a mission, and I have a vision, and I am coming to help build my nation, build my country. And I'm very serious about that. I have woken up as a leader. Some people might think I'm a politician. I do not know anything about politics, and I haven't been in your world. And it's not in my interest to get up and say I'm going to have a publicity stunt just to be in the circles of politicians.
You want to be president?
Yes, I have decided to be, because it's the only way for us to have access, power, authority to shape the country and shape the nation the way it's supposed to be, to create the kind of jobs that would create a middle-class people. And we all can live a better life this way. We don't want 1% of Ghana being successful and 99% struggling. I certainly think it's not fair.
You think you have what it takes to be president?
I do have what it takes to lead a nation or to lead people. I have started on a very small scale from the businesses that I've created. But you know, there's a saying that the little can become 1,000, and the small people can become a nation, a strong nation. So we all have to understand that we came to this earth without knowing some of the things that we know now. But as we were growing, you know, we started exploring and we started expanding, and exponentially we all came up with different characters and different visions, different mindsets and different achievements. So I don't like to underestimate my own capacity, and I don't like my capacity to also undermine my ability. I just believe that what should be done that I can do, that many people cannot do, I should not have a doubt just because many people cannot do means that you can't do it. And those who think it shouldn't be done or cannot be done should not get in the way of those who are doing it.
So what are the contributions that you've made to this country that people should look to you and say, okay, this is a man that can lead us?
I haven't made that much contributions, but the little I've done is very visible. There are landmarks in development. At my age, I expect to have a lot more competitors who are also Ghanaians doing the same, but the system is not allowing them. And I'm not also saying that I am the best in doing what I'm doing, but I can see clearly that in my 30s, I decided to introduce industrialization, to build a manufacturing hub and an industrial hub that would be able to support the entire country by, you know, cutting the importation that is deregularizing our economy, and then pushing with exportation so I can create distribution channels and create jobs and create economic prosperity. But I was doing this in my 30s. I also decided to build, you know, developments from residential to commercial to national and even industrial. So I've done all these 4 sectors of development in the real estate sector. And I realized that I had to get my own architects. I had to hire them. I had to hire engineers. Even though I'm not the one that knows how to draw, I found the people that did it well. I'm not the one that is able to find what to do with the steel as an engineer or the electrical power, but I found those people as well. And I put all of them together, and I realized that I started creating wealth and I started building communities. So for me, that is my little contribution. But if that is what I want to claim, to be a president, then I would say I'm lying. I just think that if this can be done by a lot more younger people who are coming and be inspired, we already would be moving somewhere, a step. But I don't also see that currently with the national governance, that their support. In fact, I can boldly say that I have never had a thank you or well done from any leader of this country, that this is a great landmark for you to have built in this country. Well done.
But would that mean anything to you?
It will.
I mean, if a president or a major player in government or politician said, oh, thank you for doing this, or thank you for doing that, thank you for putting up #1 Oxford Street and all of that, I mean, what would that really do for you?
It will give you moral support. Moral support sometimes is more important than financial support. I'm sure you're wearing a nice suit, you look very nice, and you speak great grammar. I'm sure people have acknowledged you and about how you dress and how you speak, and that is part of the reasons why you believe that you're on the right track. So we need that. I think our people should not pull us down. They should uplift us when we do great. After all, the greatest people were not born great, but they grew great. And I want to inspire all the youth that this is the way we should be thinking. We shouldn't go against the best of ourselves. We should rather uplift ourselves when we're doing best so we can do more.
And you talked about, wanting to do industrialization, putting up an industrial hub and all of that. Where have you done this, and what kind of impact has that had on the country, in terms of the job creation, in terms of even contributing to this country's economy and all of that?
Well, I started from Takoradi. First of all, the acquisition alone took me 3 years. I think that a lot of young people will probably not understand acquisition when I say this here. But, acquiring a land and making sure it becomes yours in a legit primacy, you would need to do a lot of things. I had to put 65 families together, 11 chiefs and 1 subdivisional chiefs, an entire commission, and it took me 3 years to buy just the land as a 2,000-acre parcel. And then when I had to put the master plan together, I had to bring in about 12 architects, 16 engineers, and different types of people, and I had to do research. This took me a long time just to get into the first phase. And then after, you have to go into the basic infrastructure. That is you cutting the roads. That is you doing all of that stuff. So basically, all of these processes that we have to go through just to start an industrialization is taking us years. Just to build one factory is taking us years. Not only the arrangement, but also the investment, the commitment. It's a lot to do. And sometimes you need support. You need the government endorsement. You need the nation's support. You need the average investor to be a part of all of this to make it happen. The point is, how easy do we think one can do all of this even if they had the vision? What they go through, the EPA permits, the construction permits, all the investment that you have to do, and yet you're not being uplifted by the people who are surrounded by you. Let me give you a scenario in America. You have some great leaders like Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, and all of these people. These guys are published every month in the Forbes. The Americans are trying to tell the world that we have the most billionaires, the most successful people. And the more they promote them, the more they uplift them, the stronger they become, and the more they conquer the world. When you come to Africa, we find any ways and means to pull down from Darko Farms, who was one of my mentors when I was growing up. I learned from him. I wanted to be a poultry farmer, and I was inspired by him. Today, there is no one chicken of Darko Farms in Ghana. Everything that he started has been destroyed and pulled apart. It's not that it's been inherited by his children or by the nation. I believe that my inheritance will come to Ghana. It won't just be for my children. The inheritance that I'm going to leave behind would even pass and go across the borders of Ghana, and it would go to Africa. It would reach people. That is my vision. I want people to not just remember me that I came here to become successful. I came here to build a nation and make the nation find a way to succession. And this is important for me.
What has been the response to all of this that you're doing? the presidential bid, especially? What has been your
What do you
response?
see so far? I mean, there's been cancellations, there's been deportations, there's been connotations, there's been many shins, you know, all
We'll
over.
come to the deportation
Yeah,
later.
but you're asking me, and I'm trying to let you know that, you know, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing all of these things around what I'm doing. Now you can look at what I'm doing as the topic. This is me becoming a leader of a nation so I can create jobs and I can create economic prosperity for people. Okay, that's one thing. And the things that surrounds it, it's all the other things that you might want to talk about. So that's what I see.
But I mean, I didn't mean ask in terms of the forces, for the want of a better word, that you think are attacking you. Do you think you're getting a positive feedback?
I think
You say you're fighting for the youth.
I think it's a positive feedback for me. I think that the things that people thought that it would pull me down are the same weaknesses that has made me realize where I need to find strength. So I don't know how other people are perceiving it, but for me, this moment is very historic. You know, that from where I came from, you know, that young man that just wanted to make something to put it on the table to feed my mom or my family, now I'm having to be interrogated by a nation and to find out what I can do to help. For me, I see this as an achievement. I see it as a step forward. And I also see it as, you know, I've sparked something that the youth and the people who are coming are also going to repeat it. They would like to move like this. For instance, I saw someone sent me something in GIS, a kid trying to, you know, become some leader in the school. And they also put on a mask and they had their people behind them. So I'm happy that even the youth are beginning to adopt this anonymous practice of, you know, showing the world that you need to find me.
Okay, now, the same young people or youth that you say that you're fighting for, some of them have said that you're not fit to be president. What they call, you know, is a very eccentric lifestyle, outlandish attires. They think that does not even make you fit to be president. They think that the president of Ghana must be mainstream and modest in their appearance. How do you respond to that?
Okay, first of all, I'm going to answer your question, but I want to ask you, what do you think?
It's not about me.
Because you're part of the youth as
It's
well.
not about me.
Okay, because you were saying it with like you were a part of it. So I think that some people would say things like this. Yes, I have a brandish lifestyle that it's very eccentric and enigmatic. But the question is it about what I wear or is it about what I am ready to give? It's about the knowledge, the wisdom, the message that I'm transcending into this nation that will help some other youth. You know, am I doing that and I'm not able to do anything in the terms of achieving? No. And I also understand that all will not be positive. Some will be negative and some will be positive. Everybody is talked about. You know, Trump is talked about. Kwame Nkrumah is talked about. You're not going to get everything positive. So I'm not worried about them. But I also believe that this same youth, some of them are confused because of the current situation of our national governance. Some of them have been let down so many times. Some of them have even given their thumb and sold their soul in exchange of money just to vote for someone that they don't know what they're going to do for them. You know, some of them are being paid just so they can come and say stuff on national television or on social media. Are we doing the right thing as a nation? No. That's not fair. Okay? You don't have to take money from someone to destroy someone. That means you're very close to killing. You will one day grow into that. We need to be real with ourselves as people. You know, and you might not like what I wear, but do you like what I do? You have to like something and you have to dislike something. But just don't try to crush everything around you. Because, you know, I might look like I'm being crushed, but I'm not the one to be destroyed.
You feel like you're being crushed?
No, I said I might look like.
But you feel like you're being crushed?
I don't. That's what I said. I might look like I'm being crushed, but I'm not here to be destroyed. I don't think if I was going to be, you would be the lucky one to do so. Because I've come a long way. And I've met a lot of people on the way. Good people, bad people, two-faced people, all sort of people. I've enjoyed. I've learned from the greatest mistakes of other people. And the worst things about people have taught me how to make myself become the best in what I do. So I don't have an issue with what people say about me, more so than what I can do to contribute to the success of society.
You feel like since you announced your presidential